Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sochi. For those of you who are new here, thank you and welcome. Today, for the rest of you, for everyone, we are going to do a chit chat. Get ready with me. I know it's been a minute. November. I'm just looking forward to putting on makeup again. October has been crazy, so I'm just gonna get straight into the chit chat. Get ready with me so we can chat about and put on some makeup. Going in with my MAC's, what is this, soft ochre paint pot. I'm just gonna put that all over my eyes just because, you know, I want to feel a little bit fancy. I never really get to play around with the soft ochre paint pot. Just how much I miss makeup. I just want to get right into it. But whew, October has been a month. October has been busy. Who else has had a crazy October? That was me. I feel like I can just take a minute to breathe now a little bit and get some not only business items, YouTube items, work items, but we can also get like home items done with as well. Like that's what this weekend was. It was so nice. But ooh, also this little mirror, it is MIJA. This is so cute. This is from Vive Cosmetics. You guys have heard me talk about them. I'm actually going to use their highlighter today because I love it. But I also got this little mirror, so cute. And actually I've been wanting one, especially when I do like makeup on clients, so you can show them, because all I ever have is like a tiny little like whatever is in the makeup palette. This is the palette we're going to use today because I wanted to kind of go with a little bit of those vibes that we are wearing today, which, if you guys don't know, I am wearing my I Am Latina Enough sweatshirt, which is now available on workmija.com, which is my brand, which keeps me busy these days. But it's available for pre-order, so I'm going to get this video up on Tuesday the 3rd, which is going to be interesting. So in case you guys are watching on Tuesday, you want to get your mind off some things, it's going to be a stressful day. But I figure also, perfect timing, I Am Latina Enough sweatshirts. Make sure you're following Work Mija on Instagram, because I guess I was like, okay, this is a perfect chit chat, get ready with me topic. I feel like a lot of us Latinas kind of resonate with this, have resonated with it. And the reason behind me making this sweatshirt, which also is very, very cozy, got a little oversized fit here for you guys. But so on my Work Mija, what do you call it, Instagram, let me see, let's go in with a little bit of juicy. If I don't mention a product that I'm using, I'm going to list it in the description bar. But so I posted something that said, the post was, and I'll put it right here, you are Latina enough. And it has since been like shared, commented, and just so many people have resonated with that post, myself included, which is why I kind of put it up. I forgot what it was I was looking up, but I feel like this can go one or two ways. People have kind of, you know, felt that they've fallen under this, they've resonated with this. So it's kind of like the same concept, especially if you're Latina in the United States, of ni de aquí ni de allá, not from here, not from there. You know, when you're like second, third, maybe like fourth generation, you've been in the US for a while, you're Latina, you're Mexican, you're Puerto Rican. It's kind of like you, when you are around actual Latinos, sometimes because you don't speak Spanish perfectly, because you don't no comes chile, no comes frijoles, you maybe stumble on some words, it's, you know, not perfect or whatever, you know, they might say, oh, no eres mexicana, like, oh, you're not Latina, whatever. Or it can be the opposite way. And I remember I was watching, who was it, America Ferreira, but you guys know her, Real Women Have Curves. And she was saying how she had gone to an audition for some like role or something. Let's go in with Bing. And, you know, the part was for a Latina. And she kind of did her thing and did the part. And they're like, okay, great. But can you say it more Latina? And then she's like, what does that mean? Like, can you sound more Latina? It's like, what does a Latina sound like? She's like, I'm Latina and this is what I sound like. Basically what they're getting at is, can you, like, you know, add an accent, overly exaggerated accent, because that's what white America thinks of Latinas, you know? So it's like one of kind of two ways. And I feel like a lot of people were just kind of sharing their stories on my Instagram posts on how they're like, yeah, because, you know, I don't speak English, people say I'm not Latino, or I'm like more light skinned. they say I'm not Latino from like my Latino friends. But then you also have a lot of Latinas, you know, dealing with white America and the expectations of what a Latina is. So say you're, you know, dark-skinned Latina, and, you know, you speak perfect Spanish, perfect English, but they're just like, whoa, why is your English so good? You know, I thought you were like Latina or something. It's like, excuse me, like, what am I supposed to look like? What am I supposed to sound like? I'm sorry I don't meet your expectations of what it means to be Latina, but I meet my expectations. I am Latina enough. So that's where the shirt kind of came from. And honestly, I'm curious for anybody maybe who doesn't follow the WERK MIJA Instagram, or my Instagram, y'all should. I'll leave those links down below. Follow Instagram, WERK MIJA, and mine, xcarmona09. But I'm curious if you guys want to drop your kind of stories down below. You know, if you are Latina and you've kind of resonated with this. Either way, I feel like, you know, once again, it's like that Selena moment, you know, where Tejana is Latina, but then, you know, she goes to Mexico, and it's like, but you don't speak the language. You sing it beautifully, but you don't speak the language. Like, how are you going to deal with like these reporters and stuff? And I feel like sometimes we've fallen under those. It's like you put on your resume, like, oh, I'm, you know, bilingual, I speak Spanish. And then you're like, oh crap, here's your moment. They're like, hey, you speak Spanish. I'm like, ooh, whoops. But I mean, like, I get it. I understand it. Like, I can speak Spanish. It's not perfect. I might need to, you know, mix in a little bit of Spanglish there, and yeah, we'll get there. Type of a deal. Or I get nervous and I stumble because the other person's speaking like perfect Spanish. Who else with their suegros and stuff? I'm just like, just wait for them to laugh, and like, how many people give that look? A lot of times they're like, I'm not exactly sure what that one word is that you meant, but you laughed, I laughed. Let's just all laugh together. But it just, I always like fall back on that like Selena moment. You're not Mexican enough for the Mexicans. You're not American enough for like the Mexicans. Like, where do we fall under? And you might get it from both sides, where it's like, oh, you're not Latina enough. It's like, what does that mean? I'll tell you how Latina enough I am. And I am enough. And for me, it's like, I don't know everything about history. I don't know every single thing, you know, about the culture, historically, there you go, sorry. I was like, wait, which one is the LY? But I'm always looking forward to learning more. I'm always looking forward to, you know, wanting to pass that on to like my kids and keep traditions alive. That's also something I feel like I struggle with, maybe, because I guess I would be third generation. So my grandparents came here first, and then my mom was born here. Grandparents were born in Mexico, came here. Mom was born here, and then I was born here, so I would be considered third generation. There's also that debate. But I feel like as the generations go on, sometimes we lose a little bit of those traditions. Like, they're not really passed down. They kind of get lost in translation, I feel like. And I want to, you know, be able to continue those with my kids. So I feel like that's something like I want to look into. I wish, you know, like when my grandmother was alive, like I would have been like, teach me how to make tamales, teach me how to make pozole. So it's something I'll reach out to, you know, family for, because I was like, I want to have those recipes, you know, like I have my fiance's mom, you know, if she ever gives me the pozole recipe, she still has not given me that one. We've been together 11 years. We're engaged. She will not give me the recipe. But they're from Michoacan. I'm from Monterrey. I want the Monterrey pozole. I want the Monterrey enchiladas, you know. I want to pass that on to my kids. I want the traditions, like my grandmother would do kind of like curandera type stuff, and you know, who's gonna do that? So it's like, let's learn it, let's, you know, pass those things on and keep those traditions alive, because to me, I feel like that's important, and that's something, you know, I would like to have, I would like to learn how to do, and I would, you know, want to do for my kids. And we were just watching Coco yesterday, and I just love how like they kind of just beautifully like explain it for little kids, and you know, kids of different cultures too, because I think it's just Dia de los Muertos is just a beautiful thing that we do in Mexico. And I would love to, you know a little bit more about the details about, you know, every single thing of the ofrenda, like why this, why that, and stuff like that. So just a little bit of my experience, but I would love to hear your guys' experience with what it means, you know, to you, or the experiences you've had being Latina here in the US. I'm gonna go with a turn on my lid. And I feel like I've had different ones. I remember I was talking about on my Instagram when it comes with someone who was Latina, Mexican, like me as well, trying to tell me it's like, you're not Mexican because you weren't born in Mexico. I was like, excuse me? What? I was like, yes, I am. You know, my grandparents were born in Mexico. My mother, those are her parents. Like, I am Mexican, you know, but I have, you know, I've had people try to tell me, like, basically, people can tell you whatever, but don't let them try to convince you that you're not Latina enough. On the opposite end, all the stories. First off, my name is Xochitl, Xochitl. It's always a conversation starter, you know, people who aren't Latinos, people who aren't Mexican, people who have never heard that name. It's always a conversation starter. So I remember one of my first ever jobs 14 years ago. I was 15. I was a caddy at the Oak Park Country Club here in Illinois. And I remember it was actually for the caddy program. If you caddied, I think, for like 4 summers there, I was actually introduced to it from my scholarship program. So they actually would, you know, set us up so that we can live in the dorms in, was it Benedictine University right there nearby. So we wouldn't have to pay, well, part of our like income, we would like just pay like, it was like $20 like a week or something to kind of live in the dorm, so that way we can all just go as a group to go caddy. You can make money, you know, depending on like the clients and stuff and how they would tip, you can make like good money too. But if you caddied for 4 years, you were eligible for like the Evans scholarship. So basically like your college was kind of paid for. I only did it for 1 summer though. And we had to get up like 4 or 5, be there like 5 a.m. just to wait a couple hours to see when you would get out and stuff. But it was a good experience, first job. And I remember, I forgot who I was caddying for. It was some white dude. And, you know, of course, like, oh, what's your name? Xochitl. And they're like, oh, what does that mean? Is that, like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's actually, like, Aztec. And he's like, so, you mean you're Aztecian? I'm like, no, I'm Mexican. No, that's not even a thing, sir. When I was like, no, you know, I'm Mexican. He's like, oh my gosh, like, how did you get here? I'm like, I mean, well, like, so here's the situation. They take us, like, on a bus and stuff. And he's like, no, like, how did you make it to Chicago? I'm like, should I tell him? Like, I came like on a little canoe boat thing. Like, are you serious, bro? I was like, I was born in Chicago, actually. You know, there are Latinos here born and bred in Chicago. We don't just come from somewhere in Aztecian land, you know? So I was just like, bro, I actually live in the city. I speak well English very well. It's not some, you know, type of super hardship story that you were thinking. Actually, like, if I had to drive, my mom owns a car. Like, it's not that serious. So I've had experiences like that on the opposite end. Anybody else with a name like Xochitl gets some interesting things thrown your way. Okay. So I clean that up. Ooh, yes. I just want a dramatic little crease cut there. Went in with my e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. But yeah, I am just so happy so far. The response that we have gotten for the sweatshirts are available for pre-order on workmija.com, WERK, mija.com, or make sure you follow on Instagram. You can get the link in the bio. And we're doing pre-orders. When I say we, I mean me and all my Gemini personalities. But pre-orders for this one is going to be available until this Friday, the 6th, at around 5 p.m. Feel free to DM me if you need, you know, 6 p.m. or something. But till 5 p.m. So pre-order. And pre-orders, because I was like, okay, I want to make sure. This is kind of like the first big, like, we had our coffee mugs, the Chingo Nephew, and Believe in Yourself. You don't need sizes for that. One size fits all coffee mug, although we all kind of want like that extra large size coming later because I know I need some. But, you know, when it comes to like t-shirts and stuff, I want to make sure I get, your sizes. So the pre-order, if you're pre-ordering, that's going to guarantee, guess what, you're going to get your size, you're going to get your sweatshirt first, and then, you know, we will have them, you know, just on the website. But we can't guarantee, you know, we're going to have your size. Also for me, it's like, you know what, I don't want to like guesstimate for, this is technically like my first time for like t-shirts and stuff. I don't want to guesstimate like, oh, I'm going to need this amount of like mediums and larges, but guess what, I needed more smalls and extra larges. I don't want to invest more in what you don't need. I want to make sure I have what you guys need first. So at least this will give me like a good idea kind of what sizing we'll need most of. Also, I wanted to make it, you know, size inclusive too. So if you need a small, or if you need anywhere from a 2X, 3X, or 4X. So super excited for that. Check, there'll be a link down below to the website so you guys can get yours, and that way for pre-orders you're gonna have yours. I'm gonna ship those off first. Also, I am just super excited about the shipping process. I'm just like, I can't wait to package and ship these and see, you know, whose homes and, you know, the names of everybody who these will be going to. Especially like, I love when, you know, friends and family are supported, but it's always nice to see like new names, and I feel like I'm just gonna remember those forever. And I get to package and ship these myself, so I get to put mucho amor and, you know, all your packages and little thank you notes and stuff. So I'm super excited about that. I think for me, when I was thinking about it, like when you're younger, there was like, what did you want to be when you were younger? I never knew what I wanted to be when I was younger, but I did always know. It's like I did want to have like my own little tiendita in a way. Like I love that transaction and being able to like stock and scan and just like send things off. Like I think that's something I always kind of got enjoyment out of. Here we are. There we go. Figured it out. But with what? I mean, we could have had a little tiendita and I could have been scanning little hot Cheetos for everybody, but this is another way as well. So I hope you guys can get your t-shirt, your sweatshirts. And this is why I always look forward to a launch of a product, because basically for me, the investment that goes, you know, what is made from these sweatshirts can now go into the next product from there, which for the next product, I want to do just kind of have that available for you guys to go and, you know, not have to do pre-orders, because this way I'll get like a good idea of like what sizes we'll need and stuff. I'm already excited for the next product and some future products. Like I was like, I just can't wait. We just need to move some things along and then we can kind of get there. So super excited for that, because I want to be able to have some items for you guys for the holidays. This would be a really cute holiday product. By the way, for someone, I am Latina enough. But then the next products I want to launch, and then I want to be able to stock the Chingona Fuel mugs on there, because they both sold pretty well. The Chingona Fuel and Believe in Yourself, but the Chingona Fuel just by a little bit. So being able to have those for like regalitos for like the winter time for everybody, and also, oh my gosh, especially with this crazy weather as it's been getting cold, I'm just like coming home for like my second cup of coffee around like 2:30, 3 p.m. has been like my favorite thing to warm up. I'm going in with the Alamar Brighten and Bronze palette. And then every time, like when I walk by outside, it's like freezing cold, and I walk by like a coffee shop and you can just smell the coffee grounds. I'm like, oh, that's so soothing and warming. But so just what I've kind of been a little bit busy with, the sweatshirts or work, mija. But then also in October, October has been busy. So for October, I still can't talk about it, but hopefully soonish I can share with you guys what I've been doing. Just another project that basically has taken up almost every single Saturday in October since like the 3rd. And then finally, like this past Saturday, Halloween was my first Saturday where I didn't have to wake up at the crack of dawn. And so hopefully, you know, we can share a little bit more of that, because that's a super exciting project that has been taking up a lot of my time, actually. So it's like when you work your regular job, you try to have your business, which normally, you know, you would want to have time for on the weekends and evenings. But then you have a whole project that takes up some of your evenings for prepping, and then your weekends. It gets a little difficult. What has been helping, actually, has been low carb Monster. Has anybody had a low carb Monster? Because yes, that has been helping me a lot. I've been trying not to have too many of those, but if I do, he kind of introduced me, his friend who was doing keto actually introduced him, and he started like having monsters because like he'll do like podcasting and stuff, so he'll need that to kind of keep him up to do that. And then I was like, let me just try this. And at first I was like, ooh, I don't know, but then I was just like, I need it. And we'll usually split one. Like today we actually split one, which is, I just realized I'm talking a lot and fast again, but I kind of like splitting one just so you get a little bit of that energy, but not too much or not too wired. But there have been nights where it's like, oh, we're up till 2 a.m. So I am tired. But finally, this was the first weekend. Saturday, I got to like do not only like business things, but then I was able to do like house things, like something as simple as like being able to like clean the kitchen. I have cleaned the kitchen, but then it was, it was like in my time. It wasn't like a quick, like a rushed, and then I was like, what can't I do type of a deal. And it was just so nice. I got to organize. We got my window wrappings up for my plants. Plant ladies out there. Woo! Yes. First winter as a plant mom since September. It feels like a while ago, but I was like, it's only been since September. But I think, I don't know, any tips from the plant ladies for winters? Ooh, look at that quick brow. This is the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil, but basically for me, I don't know, I go hard, I'm telling you, with these obsessions of mine. But I feel like the plant one will be a long-term obsession. I wrapped my windows. I have my little diffuser right now just to give them a little bit for my humidity needs plants that I have on the windowsill. But I want to get a bigger humidifier, but I think I'm going to wait till Black Friday. So my little mini one will work for right now. But I want to wait till Black Friday for a humidifier. But then also, I think I'm going to invest in some grow lights for my plants, house plants. I know, I want to like put a recommendation post on Facebook. It's like, who knows a good brand of grow lights? And everybody's like, what are you growing? I was like, no, it's for my house plants, I swear. I just want to make sure they're getting that light, because if you live in Chicago, as it is, it's hard enough to get light, but especially in the winter time. And I just want them to still thrive and grow during the winter. Especially if I want to get more little cacti, little prickly guys, succulents. So we might need plenty of grow lights. Or probably move them around and stuff. It's about to be a jungle by this time next year. I want to get some plants for back here. I was asking like my cousin, probably a pothos. I want a little draping. I want one that drapes. And then I want to get some guys in the shelf. So low light plants. Any suggestions? Low light so we can put in here. I want some draping ones. I have seen ones that look like the little beaded draping ones. And here also I'm not limited to non-toxic because I have a dog. I have a very curious, nosy husky. Luckily he doesn't really mess with the plants in the living room. He doesn't really care for them. I feel like when he was a puppy and he was staying at Frankie's house before we moved in together, his mom had a bunch of plants, so he probably tasted some there. I was like, you know what, not worth it. But any suggestions for little guys we should put back here? I'm super excited. Drop them down below. I want some draping plants and some that, don't need as much time. And I kind of want to get like a tree plant for in here. I think that would be nice. Let's do my face since we're talking plants before we do eyelashes. I want to get like, a ZZ plant would be nice in here. I really want a monstera. Going back in here. But I know they are toxic, so if I'm going to have it, it has to come in here. Might have to get rid of my dog. But I would love like a tree-esque plant for the living room. That one has to be non-toxic though. I think Blaze would be okay with it. I don't think he would, but I'm not trying to find out. I'm like, what's the worst gonna happen? He might just puke or something, but I'm not trying to find out worse can happen. I'm not trying to pay that vet bill. I don't have to. So we'll reserve the more toxic plants for in here, or until I get like more of like a ladder shelf for the living room, so we can put the toxic ones on top, because he won't go that far. He is 7 years old. He's gonna do what he's gonna do now. Bedroom. Need some bedroom plants. I can't really do too many like toxic ones there, because sometimes I put Blaze in the our main bedroom when we have guests, just because he's way too excited sometimes, especially with like guys. So bedroom plants, I might have to get shelving. I need a house. There you go. So the life is plants right now. Comment down below if you want some WERK MIJA plant lady merch. I think we might have to do it. I was just thinking about it actually today, and then someone sent me. I was like, oh my god, for the spring, some plant lady merch. I might have to do it. There's so many plant ladies, especially Latina plant ladies. And for the suegras, ooh, we can kind of like a mom gifts too, mom and dad, because there's some plant puppies out there. All the things, all the products. I'm so excited. Just little by little. I think it's just interesting, just understanding like the thought process and why things go, or certain businesses do certain things, or if you're like, oh my gosh, like why is this shipping so expensive? Girl, let me tell you, shipping is a thing. Shipping is an ongoing conversation with any online business, especially small, unless you're like a Walmart or an Amazon or something. Oh, let me tell you, shipping is a freaking struggle. It's not my favorite. And if you own a small business, you know, shipping, just like tricky little guy at Flower Beauty that we just got to figure out and deal with. So that's something on my to hate list. For our highlight, Vive Cosmetics. This is their updated packaging. I actually have their old one. Let me see. I haven't really seen what the difference is. So I have the old one. I don't want to open the old one because it's a little bit broken. I can see just like some nice, small, subtle little differences. Ooh, so cute though. But if you guys have not tried this highlight, Latina owned business. So we have Diosa and we have Reina. I like to mix them both, or I'll like gear towards Reina, the lighter one, but mixing them both. And this one kind of cracked a little bit. I'm so bad. If anybody sees them in stock. So I've been trying to get their Amor Eterno liquid lipstick. That's like perfect. Vampy vibes. This is why. So this is a cranberry red. It's not full on red. It's basically pair it with your favorite vampy lipstick. And that Amor Eterno from Vive Cosmetics was perfect. But there's a lot. So I'm like stalking them to see when they come back in. I want it so bad. Because that one is beautiful. They have some browns too that are really pretty. And then I believe they're actually launching some new products. So maybe they'll restock that Amor Eterno. But understandably still, COVID has so many things delayed. So I know a lot of businesses, small businesses too, are just kind of waiting on that. Ooh, but yeah, girl, do you see that highlight though? Ooh. Like, I just want to smother my face in this highlights. It's beautiful. I need some more liquid lipsticks. I have their old liquid lipsticks you guys have seen in my recent, what do you call it? My must have, my most used lipsticks. I have their Luchadora one, and then I have Chingona, and I think Selena Forever. You guys need in your life. Okay, I'm going to put on liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, so we have our NYX matte liquid liner, because I ain't giving it up. And I added my Ardell Wispies. With the NYX, we did a wing because, you know, I just had to for this look. But I feel like in general, I have been, it's been a while. Like, it was a while when I wasn't doing my wing, honestly, out of laziness for something just like quick and easy. But I was also liking the look of just kind of seeing more of the lid. But, you know, doing a wing is just like riding a bike, and I just feel like myself with the wing. Let me know if you're the same. I've also got my Engie Hecho con Cariño little concha earrings. These are my favorites. And I went ahead and sprayed my face with some Max Fix Plus before. I'm just going to do, oh yeah, I almost forgot my inner corner. How could I? But I'm going to take, let me see, what brush shall I use? Oh, actually, I almost forgot my lower lash line too. Actually, I don't. You know what? Maybe we'll just go a little bit bald with the lower lash line. I'm kind of digging this. I think we will. Okay, I think we're gonna do it. I convinced myself. If anybody else is following along. So we're gonna go back in. I kind of like it without anything. You can totally go in with the lower lash line. Do a little Nicki Minaj, no lower lash line. Oh, this is weird, but I like it. I dig it. And I'm just adding, I added a little bit of that hot spot, like just underneath my brow bone, just to brighten it up. Oh, I don't know. We're going to try something new. We're not going to do lower lash line. But what I am going to do, because I have to, if not, I really would not feel complete, is I'm just going to take, since we did the highlighter on the face, the Vive Cosmetics, I'm just going to take a little bit of Reina, and I'm going to pop this in my inner corner, because if not, no. No, girl, no. But look at that. Ooh-wee. Ooh. 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 Oops. I need to press that back in there. Add a little bit of alcohol. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah, but no lower lash line. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. For the lipstick, you know. Just took me a minute. So I've been doing the NYX Vintage. If you guys have seen my previous post, check it out. Lovely burgundy type of a lipstick shade. Since we're going maybe a little bit more like cranberry-ish here, a little bit more cherry, I figured I'm gonna go in. I haven't used this guy in a while. This is a nice fall option too. This is Colourpop Luxe lipstick. Ooh, in Hello Stranger. I like this guy. I need some more lip liners here. Let's see. Ooh, actually, here we go. Let's go with the lip liner. So this is one of my favorite like burgundies. This is NYX Cherry Skies. So let's go in with this guy first. This will just help outline, color in the lines. Oh, yes. I don't know why I was thinking this guy was more purpley-ish. Ooh. Ooh. So that is the completed look. We have using the Urban Decay Naked Cherries. Perfect for my I Am Latina Enough sweatshirts. And Hello Stranger by Colourpop. Do not sleep on this shade, especially for the fall time. I had so much fun putting on makeup, and then I'm gonna wear this around the house. Take some pictures, wear this around the house, and maybe I'll make some 8 cups for the morning with this makeup on. Just because the refreshingness, the feeling of doing your makeup just feels so good. So November, I'm looking forward to getting these makeup tutorials, chit chat, get ready with me videos. If you have anything else you're interested in, comment down below that you want to see me film. I'm looking forward to having more time for filming YouTube videos this month. Also coming up, I ordered, because I have to know, if you know me, Little Miss Hot Cheeto Addicts, Flamin' Hot Cheetos came out with the Flamin' Hot mac and cheese. Yes, weird. I have been trying to get my hands on it. They have it at Walmart apparently. Now they have it on Amazon Prime. I saw it and I ordered it and it came in. So this weekend, me and Frankie are going to try the Flamin' Hot Cheetos mac and cheese, because who knows? It might be disgusting. It just might be. But have you ever had mac and cheese with like Flamin' Hot Cheeto crumble on top? That's pretty good. But so this is their actual like mac and cheese like flavoring with Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I have to know. I just have to know. If anybody has tried it, comment down below. What should I expect? If not, I will let you know what to expect with that video. But any other like reviews, any like kind of different types of tutorials. I've seen people doing that one dip challenge. I haven't seen any of those videos, just like the, you know, thumbnails of it. What is that? Is that something you're interested in? I'm hoping there's going to be some like winter new makeup product releases, because there really hasn't been too many releases out there, and I am craving a new makeup release to do a review on, because those are some of my favorite videos. I know Colourpop came out with like their Dark Bloom collection. Am I being a basic bitch? But what is it? The Ornate palette that kind of has like more of the reds in there, that pop like that kind of yellow, that darker yellow caught my eye. But am I being too basic? Is anyone interested? Because I see they have it at Ulta. Should I don't know. And in case it is too basic, I find, and I'm just like, you know, I really don't need this, I can return it. anybody's interested in that, because I'm like, should I not, or am I really just wanting something to review where I'm like, that looks good? Let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with more videos. Don't forget to follow WERK MIJA on Instagram, as well as my personal Instagram, all in the description box. And make sure you get your I Am Latina Enough sweatshirt and future products. See you guys later.